Good morning, everyone. I am on my way to Palm Springs with the ladies. We're at the airport bright and early, getting ready to go through security, get on the plane, and then we'll be in a sunny, beautiful place and do a lot of thrifting. Welcome to Palm Springs, everybody. So we have touched down, and first order of business is obviously get the bags, get some brunch, get some groceries, and maybe fit in a thrifting trip. We'll see. We're all kind of tired. It was an early start, but we're so excited to hit Palm Springs. So we actually have a few hours until our Airbnb opens. So we decided we're actually going to hit up a few stores. So we're in this area that has a couple antique malls and some independent shops. Really good selection. The prices are a little higher, but I have scored here before, so excited to get in there. This wood organizer is adorable. 45 multi-tier. A lot of great patina on that. That would be a bit of a beast though to bring home in my suitcase. You guys, I am in brass heaven. Now all these pieces are gonna be outside my budget, but look at these elephants. Oh my goodness. Oh, and I actually like, okay, I feel like I need this. That is hysterical. And that one's only 18. Oh my god. What didn't they make out of brass? A beautiful enamel plate that probably was an ashtray, I'm assuming, with the cutouts, but I love that pattern in the center. For all you glass girlies out there, this is, it's wonky, but incredible. The colors are so good. I feel like I need this hand because it's awesome, and you guys know I collect hands. It's really heavy. It's 75, but I've never seen a copper one before. Look at this mushroom. Holy cow. That, I think, is one piece of wood. $240. Definitely not coming home, but I would have been tempted if I was back in Oregon because that is amazing. And I also like this dog. The exact signage I like to see. 50% off all items over 21. I see another hand, although I'm not sure this is the vibe that I'm going for. But we are definitely gonna have to comb this whole booth. You guys, this is a telephone. Wow. That is a beautiful box to house a telephone. There are gonna be so many mushroom lamps on this trip because of where we are. And this one is $1,100. So wildly outside my budget, but it has this beautiful teak base. This booth has quite the vibe. And we were admiring this painting up at the top here. It's so pretty. So I actually have 2 of these pots in my house, and I love them for plants. And do I need a third one? 73. Getting that home would be a lot, but I've always really liked this pattern. So you guys know I love these tile trays. This one's 30. The blue is really, really pretty. They sell really well, actually, in my Etsy shop, so I always pick them up. A lot of enamel copper pieces in this town. This one is really pretty. Let's see how much it is. 84. Yeah, they all seem to be about that price range, but I've never seen one with a bird in the center. This fish platter is so cute. That is 48. I love the color in that face. He's so smiley. So Emily is considering this bowl because you have the other sizes, you said.
I have matching pieces to this exact.
I've always been a fan of these bowls.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. Outside my budget, but this painting of a horse is so good. It's 150 bucks. Heather just found me this pin, and it's gonna look great with tonight's outfit. It's only 16 bucks. It's just costume, but I do love a big cat. Oh my dear Lord, you guys, look at that. Look at that face and those eyes. What were they thinking when they made it? Look at this inlay marquetry box. Wow, I've never seen one this shape before. It's beautiful. Look at the colors too, very much my colors. So Taylor found me these, and the dealer is here, so I may ask if they'd be able to do a deal. Taylor got this beautiful bowl. So jealous of this in 26. So we just arrived to our Airbnb, and it is your quintessential mid-century ranch with the entry area and a very quiet cul-de-sac. And we have a pool. Let me see if I can find it. Yep, there's our pool, which they haven't cleaned yet. So they told us that they will be coming later today for the cleaning of the pool. And then we have a hot tub. So I cannot wait to get into this pool. Here's the living room. I love that corner fireplace. It's so cute. Very mid-century. So this is our official thrifting day. We did it a little bit yesterday, but now we're actually hitting up thrift stores and places where there are good deals. So we have a lot of stops. We don't have a ton of time because we have a nice dinner planned for this evening and a happy hour, and we're gonna get like dressed up. So we have to hit it hard. So we've told the whole group is like no faffing about. We have to be surgical in all these stops. So Taylor found these for me. They're nesting, $6.99. So I'm definitely gonna get these ones. And then she pulled this out of the case for me, but sadly, $40.
Oh my God.
That's a lot, but I have not, I mean, she's in a plaid outfit and that is adorable. Okay, so Heather just found this. I kind of like it though.
It's creepy.
It's creepy. Really creepy. Are you gonna get it?
Oh God, no.
I wonder how much it is.
That's $4.99.
Oh my God, I may have to get him because he's horrifying. So Emily found a marble ashtray and a kitty cat, although they do have flaws, so we're kind of TBDing those. Yeah, I saw that too. Okay. I'm just not sure I want to bring brass candlesticks home, like generic ones. I like this floral. It has a chip out there, but I feel like I could probably color match that. So I took it off the wall and it's $24. So passing on that just because it would be a beast to get in my luggage. I'd have to really want it. Next stop. So this place feels very boutique-y. It's really sweet how they have the little vignettes set up and everything organized. All of us are making quick work of every different area. We like spread out and hope to find something. I've been seeing a lot of cross stitch, but not a lot of embroidery. I'm less into cross stitch than I'm embroidery. And there's a lot of definitely hobby art, like paint party art that we've seen. This is an oldie and brings back so many memories. This vintage Tommy. So the gals found this for me. It's $4.99, but I'm kind of getting out of selling these, so I think I'm gonna pass on it. Taylor found a duck, but you like ducks.
I know, it's kind of crackled and it looks hand painted. And then I found this painting.
Oh, that's a nice one.
$4.99.
Oh, $4.99 is good.
Yeah, that's going in the bag.
Yeah. So I was digging this guy, and he has kind of a broken ear, which is a bummer because it's handmade and it's so funny. So I had to do an outfit change because in the Yucca Valley, it's not as warm as Palm Springs. Surprise to me, it's 56 here. So I did not bring anything but a short sleeve shirt. So I had to thrift a thermal. Thankfully, I got something cute. Some Italian sconces. These are beautiful. They are $30, I think, each. I like how simple they are. Now, $30 is kind of within my realm. I want to see if they can maybe do a deal on them, like $25 each or something, and then that would be worth it. This box is interesting. I think it's like a resin or something. It's like a creamy color. It's 12, but the carving of this is really neat. This may be the smallest of these wooden couple statues I have ever seen.
It's so pretty.
It's just so wee. This is a pretty little dish. It's $3. I kind of like the painting on it, although with the way that there's this like lip inside, I don't know if it would have been like a saucer, like something else that went with it. So I don't know, but $3 is a good deal. So Heather just found this for me because she loves me. She's letting me have it, and it's right up my alley. I don't like the black frame, so I could take it out and maybe change the frame to gold with all the gold paint I have. You could do some very fancy smoking with these ashtrays, like the stacking ashtrays. Look at the floral design, is so funny. I'm kind of digging this horse pottery piece. It's from 2004, so it's, you know, vintage now, and it's $8. You guys know me in a little box. This one's cute. I've sold this style before. It's $8, which is a little more than I want to spend, but if it's a few bucks, I would get it. I like this clock, but I wish this was gold because I feel like it would I don't know, just make it look a little bit cooler. So next up is Pioneer Antiques across the street. Taylor said this is a really lovely place, curated, good selection. So I'm finding some bells, 14 for this one. This guy 7, and this one I think is 5. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna get them all. Look at this copper pot. It is huge. Like you could bathe in it. It is that big. And this is entirely beaded. Can you imagine all the work that went into this? So Taylor pointed out this amazing brass candle holder on marble. It's $78, which honestly, for this level of detail, seems very fair. It is stunning. A lot of cute small things that I would love, but don't need. Well, look at those brass doggies in the back. So Taylor bought a nutcracker.
That would definitely do
85.
the job.
That would do the job. I like this abacus. It's 21, but it's a little bowed. So I don't know about the style. And there's another one back here that's I think 22, but it looks a little bit newer. So I originally thought this was a print, but it's actually painted. It's 55, very old-timey. His face is a little, ugh, like this kid scares me a little. But I love the fact that it's just like this deep, moody palette. So I just found this brass or bronze bust. It's 35. It is so cool. The vibe is really good. It feels very old. I really like this carved Jesus head, but it is 150, I think, when I looked at it. 145, yeah. So he's a little bit outside my budget, but I really love the hand-carved detail. And then down here are these painted folk art boxes, which I've always loved, especially like this one with the blue. They're 24 each, which is not bad, but a little more than I want to spend. This painting is beautiful. It's 65, but really well done. She's a cool carved lady. She's 35. Everything I want seems to be 35 here. More really good artwork that I want. Man, and you guys know artwork is my favorite thing to find. This is an awesome wood box. So it is 38. I love how it has all those layers smashed together. I won't be getting it because it's 38, but it's a very cool looking box. And I like this seasonal art, which I sell so much of, as you guys know, but 65. Next up is Nitty Gritty. So I love the still life, and I love that the artist put fruit and crockery in one of those like tape stampy things in the corner. That's so funny, but the signature is really cool. I like that person's signature. I've never seen a tonala chicken before, and it's only 20 bucks. It's actually pretty sizable. I love when I see a different animal. Usually I see doves. It's like all doves. This pot is interesting. 24. The colors are really unique on it. The vintage clothes have been really fun because, of course, where we are, there's just been such a variety of fun clothes. Heather was looking at this one. They're just so good. The patterns and the colors. The fabrics, though, not great quality. You're like, this is a space-age fabric that does not breathe. Okay, so my friends left me in the dust because I was the last one to eat in the car, and so they went shopping in first, and they're already done. So that was a very quick pop in and pop out, but the prices they're not bad, but more than I want to spend. That's the problem when you're thrifting in places like this. Like, it's hard to find really good deals. You really have to like be surgical and find stuff that you know you can at least flip for a little bit to make it worth going out. But I mean, it's always fun to find cool stuff that you don't see back home, because there's definitely more of a variety of like Western stuff, as you can imagine, and desert stuff that we just don't get in Oregon. Brand spanking used, you guys. This is a Murano fox. It says Murano right down there for $8. It's really cute. So Heather found this dress, and it's so good, but it's $180. So we won't be getting it. At least I don't think you're getting it, but I just love it. So I looked up comps on this little guy, and they're actually look pretty good. I'll put on the screen what Google Lens said. So I think it's worth getting it for 8 and see how it goes. Well, that was a bummer. So I inspected that little fox further and it has a chip on its tail. So I don't know, like, you know, people don't mind chips and patina on pottery and things like that, but I don't know if the same applies to glass. So I'm assuming no. So hopefully I'm not regretting leaving it behind, but bummer. So this may be our final stop, Desert Curios. So this is cute. It's 15. And this little guy is supposed to go on top of there, which I think I could probably glue it back on because that's how this is attached. So I think I'm gonna get it. Look at these carved dogs. So cute. This crewel embroidery needlepoint, whatever it is great. It's very dusty. It's 45. I love the 3D nature. I was wondering what animal this was, and it's a seahorse. That's really cute. So Taylor was looking at these owls. They're Japanese, 40 for the pair. Emily just spotted these. It's $120 for this pair of candle holders. I have never seen one like this before. This is an oldie. It's $100. Sagging a little bit in its frame, but it definitely feels very old. Okay, so it is our fun night out. We're in period specific and appropriate attire. I have on my very much, what era is this? I don't even know.
Late 60s.
Late 60s, I'm told. So, got my cool jewelry on. We're going extra. Emily has her fur on and a denim jumpsuit. She's also really, she's like hot, but also like temperature hot.
No,
as well. And Heather's going 80s. And then Taylor is going almost like a boho, like almost like a caftan as well.
There you go.
So, yeah, it's so fun to dress up here. So it's day 2 in Palm Springs, and we're gonna actually do like the Palm Springs like proper area because there's a lot of thrift stores and stuff here that we're gonna shop. So we'll see if we get any good deals. The one we're walking into, I have never found anything in all the years that I've come here, and I've come here many times for conferences. So I'm hoping I don't bring everybody down. Like my bad luck here rubs off on them. So fingers crossed. I hightailed it to the art section, and so did Taylor. So we're competing in this space, but I thought these are really lovely. They're $60 for the pair, but they're airbrush mid-century paintings. And you guys know me and mauve. This is really interesting. It's $4. It's actually a frame. Like there would have either been a mirror or a piece of art. This is metal, but on the back side there's a wire. This is kind of big, I feel like, to bring home, but I don't know. I mean, it is metal and really interesting. Some studio pottery pieces, 5. This one is 15. I feel like Heather might like this one. I was like, ooh, this is cute, but Pier 1. There's a lot of Pier 1 stuff these days. So Emily found this Furbish pillow, which these are usually like, I want to say like they're 80 to 90 bucks.
Are they?
Yeah. Yep. Those are so cute. Some cute lamps. I do like this silver one. I think that's really, really special. And that brass one over there, that is intense. This is kind of a cute thing to do with matches. Like this 3D installation. Like the background is not perfect by any means, but I do like the way that they styled the matches together. That'd be a really fun keepsake. So in Portland, you don't see many classic cars, and I came from Metro Detroit, lived there for 30 years. So if you ever go there, and if they still do have the Dream Cruise, I'm sure they do, the amount of cars you see being the Motor City, like old cars, is just, I forget how much I miss it. That whole culture just doesn't exist, you know, really outside of Michigan. I feel like at the volume that you would see there. I mean, look at the luggage matches. So aesthetic. So we are all just like, our eyes are bugging out of our heads. We just can't even over everything. So when I was here last, it was fairly new. And so this was all very sparse, but now it's filled in with the most amazing stuff. One of my prized possessions is a hand just like this, and I put cards in it for markets and stuff. I just love this oversized shape. Look at all the cute teeny tinies, the brass, that hippo. so many, all the Japanese mugs over here.
So good.
So Heather thought it was 88 because that's the vendor number, which of course, like, you know, but no, it's 1400. So she's gutted. She's gutted. If she would have gotten that painting before me and it was really $88, like, she would have won the trip and I would have been destroyed. Like, destroyed. She said challenge accepted. Someone's gonna find something that I'm gonna want so bad. I'm gonna be like, look at these mice. Oh my gosh. 30, but I have never seen that one before. Usually they're the same style with the little, oh, tails. Oh, now he's dead. Okay, sorry, friend. She's very good. I love her. Heather's like, everything's 88. We wish, we wish. So if I had all the money in the world, I would be having this piece of art, and I would even have this piece of art because it's so strange. And the art in here is just knock you out cold. So I actually own this jacket, and she has it, the vendor, for 188. And the funny thing is, the person who owned it before me had the sleeves shortened, so it's definitely like mid, like arm, but that's kind of nice because I like to pull like my sleeves up. More art that I am obsessed with, especially that one. So we are on an absolute high from going to Market, and in Market is a specialty food market, and that is something I am powerless against. And I ended up checking out in that market 4 times with that person who was at the cash register. They're like, you're back again, because I kept finding such good specialty food. I love specialty food. So I have like dill pickle mayo and special Mediterranean olives and a very cool seltzer. So yeah, that's something that I'm powerless against. But if you're in Palm Springs, you have to go to that place for the vibes and for like the snack. So the next stop is this estate sale company warehouse. So there's several of these buildings. And price points are mixed. I haven't really found anything here, but Taylor has good luck here. You guys know I love an interesting candle holder. And this set is very good. $60 for the pair. And that candle, like partially burned, always adds to the vibe. The sneaky little needle point. I love the fact that it is like in a round mat. It is, well, it's been here a while because it's faded. Looks like maybe 125. So I won't be getting it because I wouldn't be able to get that home easily. I just think that velvet round mat is really cool. Taylor would be all over this set of copper enamel coasters, but it is $354 everything. So I was hoping they were priced individually because I could always use a really fancy coaster. You guys know I'm trying to find y'all the art glass. This top piece, I just love the shape of it. It's just so much more interesting than just like a paperweight. So I just found this kind of bargain. I was admiring it, and it's $35, but I found out that all accessories by this vendor, Colucci, are 50% off. So I think I'm gonna get it. Taylor is debating a set of these lamps because it'd be $100 for the pair. They're very dirty right now, but they're glass in just such an interesting shape. I found this piece of art out where they just got stuff in and they haven't priced it yet. So I have my name on it and they're gonna call me with the price. So I guess it just came into the store. Next up is Victoria's Attic. You guys know I love those wooden glasses holders. And this one is an owl. He is 18. I think it's newer though based on the tag. But I usually pick up the ones with like the giant nose, as you guys know. We've seen a lot of good brass since being here, but it's all been outside my budget. We're always looking for pottery because, you know, we're from the Pacific Northwest. And there's not as much as back home. That piece is pretty though, I like the red. So I was really excited when I found this because it is just a little bit smaller than the one I have, but it's $39. So I think it was $39, yeah. So I won't be getting it, but for a second I was like, and then I was like, oh. We're all in agreement that this lion is so cute. He's 30. Hand carved is what the tag says. So Taylor's like, you need this stool, and I agree, but you know, I'm not getting that home. It's $95. No. But Taylor wants that, but it's not priced. We gotta figure it out. I like this lidded pot, stoneware, $25, which is not bad. It's I love this sweet little handle. One thing about being in the Southwest is all of the Native American pottery that you get to see. Stunning pieces like this one. Heather is gonna get this. Laura found it, but this is for Heather. It's so cute. This brass candle holder is a piano candlestick, and it's weighted so it can like dangle off the side of something. Is that not insane? So I think this might be a smaller version of the one I just saw to show the gals this. This monkey is a cutie. It's 45 mid-century. It's actually ceramic, not wood. I love the exaggerated limbs. There's a lot of Indian carved wood, inlaid wood stuff, like the stuff, the boxes and things that, well, that one's a nice one.
30, that's really
30 is
good.
not bad. And then there's a canister.
It folds too, by the way.
This is the most beautiful color blue I have ever seen. I'm assuming you put like a flower frog in there maybe? Wow. Good morning. It is market day. We're going to the Palm Springs Vintage Market. I've never been. The other gals have, and I'm so excited. I guess there's like 200 vendors. I'm told some of it will be, of course, like retail pricing, like expensive because it's the good stuff. And then there's also some vendors that will have a deal. So I'm excited to see the mix of things, feel inspired, and add stuff to like my wish list, but also find stuff for my Etsy shop and my booth. And for me too. One thing about Palm Springs, I don't know if you guys can hear the plane. There's so many planes that go overhead all the time, but also look at these hills. Oh, pink hills in the morning. Oh, I love it. I could look at those all day long.
How are you feeling about the morning, Andi?
Oh my God, I'm so excited. So we made it to the market and shopping starts in just a minute. We are so excited. We are pumped. We are pumped. The fits are good today. I will show you everyone's cute outfits. Okay, Emily, fit check. Fanny pack, fur coat, or fur line coat.
This too.
Heather,
Okay.
awesome
Hey.
vintage duster, right? And dress.
Yeah.
And then Taylor over there is in a beautiful, beautiful mid-century jacket. So this is a Don Shoemaker box, and this is a beautiful enamel copper ashtray. I've never seen floral before. There's so much of this in Palm Springs. My first purchase are all these adorable little owls. So I'm in a great booth. Here's my pile. A cute scarf, enamel dish, abacus, 2 books, and the most amazing wood box. This is the cutest bag. It's 20. Wow. Oh, is this something school? Maybe Babsy Johnson made this in school. So I just grabbed this from a very lovely vendor, and I had wanted one of these since I lost out on it on Facebook Marketplace. And today's my day. So this is gonna go in my gallery wall. This is quite the fiber art. It has the felting and then all these flowers. All the good brass. Look at these brass bookends. I like these ones so much. Love this paperweight. Look at those colors. Some pretty florals on board. I think they're 25 each. I like the colors on this one a lot. Also love this nude lady for 95 framed. These hand woven tapestries are so pretty. I love the hot pink. Beautiful. So the vendor in this booth said I need these plates because they match. Oh, they match my sweater because these are the Target collab and my sweater is the Missoni Target collab. I thought I've seen every iteration of these candle holders, but this one is unique and very new to me. It's 95. I've sold this guy before. This one is awesome. So many beautiful brass and mosaic pieces. Taylor is getting, so she has that amazing coat on, and there's another coat. And so she is going to get a matching one so she and her mom can be twinsies. The girlies are finding the stuff. This vendor has so many amazing things. I know, I was tempted by him. He's very cute.
You see the fish dishes?
Yeah, I've shopped this gal earlier and got a bunch of stuff. But that dog painting I was considering from earlier, and they were pointing it out to me. So we're debating this for me. It's 35 framed. I'd have to figure out how to get it home. But we're not sure color-wise how much we like it because it's very primary. So many good 80s, 90s, some Memphis style pieces. This is Heather's thing. We're debating all these amazing pieces, especially the one with the horse and the Gouda cheese. Wood boxes, so many here. All outside my budget, but the inlay detail is stunning. So Taylor's getting this as a gift for her parents. It's so cool. I love the onions. So I'm always on the hunt for these trays. This one's 20 and it's an owl. It's so cute. I love the red. It's just such a good, happy red. Yes. And that orange is, it's good.
It's good.
It's a good orange. Oh,
We're
and then
very thirsty.
I know we're like,
This is a thirst trap.
it's a thirst trap. You're right. Another awesome classic car. That purple is wow. So the market has gotten very busy. Coming early bird is definitely the way to go because you have, obviously first pick, but it's so much cooler. But we keep finding stuff every lap that we do. We've done it twice, which I think is obviously recommended. You always have to do more than one loop because you find stuff every time you look again, especially if you go at a different angle. Like if you went down it one way this way, you got to go back that way. So just my hot take on doing markets to make sure you don't miss anything. So anyways, yeah, it's been a very good day. This is so cute. It's carved wood on stone. It's 20. Everywhere in Palm Springs are these awesome cinder block, breeze blocks, but they're not the normal kind. They're the cool kind, very retro. I would love to have these in a home one day. So I've been debating this guy. It's myrtle wood. It's from Oregon. It actually has the Made in Oregon store tag still in it. But the shape is so fun. And look at these cute little legs. I think he said it was 20. Do you guys remember that wooden thing that I thought was a cat bed at the thrift store several videos ago? Well, it's for a Pyrex dish. And now I wish I would have gotten it. This is a copper covered box for, let's see, 25. This is a bummer that it has this on top, but just kind of adds that old world look. So matches are big business here. Everyone is selling them. Some are in packs, some are individual like this, 3 for $5, but they are big business at this show. It is my least favorite part of the trip, which is packing up all the things. I brought a ton of materials, tools, tape, you name it. These are my art sandwiches that I make. You guys have seen this before with cardboard. I just nest them all together in a pile and they are all protected together. And then a lot of bubble for pottery and other breakables. This is the bag. Most of the stuff, you guys, that I bought, you did not see on footage because I had to move fast and couldn't film. So the haul is going to be largely a surprise to you. Good morning from the Botanical Garden. So it's the last day. I fly out at 6 p.m. tonight. So Laura and I are the last two here. So we're going to do some touristy things today. So we're starting off at the Botanical Garden, and then we may just be back by a pool and relax before our flight. But this is one of my favorite places. So if you come to Palm Springs, you have to come here because the plants are just incredible. And I've been on a tour, and the tour has been so fascinating. So fascinating. So definitely a highlight. I've been here before, but every time I come, it's just a new appreciation for desert plants and the landscape here. So you have to come here. But wait until you see this greenhouse. If you've never seen this before, it will blow your mind. Well, surprise, surprise. I'm at an antique mall. I told you guys I wasn't gonna come here. Today, no more shopping, probably just, some touristy things, relaxing things, and, you just can't keep us away. So it's always fun to come here at this antiques mall. It's in the Sunny Dunes area, and actually we were in this complex at the beginning of our trip, could not come to this particular antique mall in the complex, and so we didn't want to miss it, so we're back here. And It's good stuff. So I can't wait to see what they have. I don't think I'm gonna buy anything because I have no room at all, but you know, you never know what's gonna come out and say you need to bring me home and pay for an extra bag. So there's always a lot of like wish list stuff that I have when I go to these types of places where I'm like, okay, that is on the list now to manifest in the wild. So yeah, after this though, we gotta stop. We just gotta cut it off. Gotta go get lunch and then be out of here. But what can I do? I'm off to a flight. This vase actually has a really nice hand feel because of the indents. To pick it up is really, really comfortable. Not that you're walking around with your vase, but to position it. I love this style, but it's 80 bucks when I was looking at the tag. Now this is a great cluster worth owning, although I'm not sure I can get on board with this part of it, but these are so fun and colorful. This whole booth is really fun and colorful. Love these. I want these for sure. They're 100, which seems fair. And then look at this cute little lamp. This blue vase is stunning and it's only $29. And it's from California. This little animal figurine is so creepy, yet so cute. Howard Pierce, 68. I feel like if I wasn't at capacity, I would want it, even though it's brown. It looks like an alien. It looks absolutely like an alien. Okay, so this is on my list now. This bowl is so stunning. It's enamel brass. It's only 48. If I had the room, I think I would have had to come home. I've never seen a bird scene before. This vase. So this vase is a stunner, 115. Look at all of those colors. Wow. Well, you guys know what this is. Dollar Tree mushroom that looks vintage and always fools us all. 12 bucks for something that was $1 not that long ago. Okay, you guys, we are back in Oregon, and that trip was so much fun. Every time I go to Palm Springs from Portland, I'm reminded at how easy that journey is. It's like 2.5 hours. The airport in Palm Springs is tiny. It's close to everything. And I always think, why am I not doing this more often? So I think I'm gonna have to do it more often because it was amazing to go from our weather to the sunshine. It just rejuvenates the soul. And of course, there's a lot of great stuff to look at there because Palm Springs has the best mid-century decor. Everything is fun and interesting and colorful and sculptural. Every time I go there, it's just like the creative juices and just creativity in general just overwhelms me. And I just come back totally rejuvenated. So anyways, that's my pitch for Palm Springs. So if you have not been to Palm Springs ever or in a while, you need to get down there because it's just really good for the soul. And the Palm Springs Vintage Market, which was my first time going to that market, awesome. Awesome. The selection was great. The vendors had amazing stuff. And the pricing was really good. I thought for sure because everything was curated that a lot of it would be outside my budget. A lot of it wouldn't allow for any sort of margin where I could flip it for me on Etsy, but I got stuff for you guys to put up on Etsy and go to my vintage booth, so it definitely was worth shopping at. And I did get some forever pieces that I'm going to show you that I just only in Palm Springs, baby, only in Palm Springs. So before I jump into the haul, because some of the stuff I'm going to show you did not see on footage because things move fast at markets, and I always prioritize getting the good stuff rather than getting the footage. And sometimes getting the footage after I buy it is kind of tricky because vendors can be like, why are you filming me or this? So I try to kind of feel the situation out. So yeah, that's why some of the stuff you will have not seen on footage, but there is one more market in May. So May 4th, go early because, you know, it can get hot. It's the desert. And so you should definitely do early bird. I think it's $10. And then, you know, shop until it gets really hot and then you can leave. There's a vendor there that had the best like limeade agua fresca that just was very, oh my gosh. I mean, the sugar, I have not had a sugary drink like that in a long time. And it's like this big, but it was very good. I highly recommend after you do all your shopping and you deplete your like reservoirs of energy that you go and get an agua fresca from this person. Hopefully they're there at the next sale. But the sale does not run in the summertime, obviously, because it's the desert, and who wants to vintage shop in 120-degree weather? I don't. I mean, I'm a diehard, but that's too hot. Too hot. So there's one left in May this year. Well, I say one left in May this particular season, and then it comes up again at the end of the year. I think in October is the first one. So it goes fall into spring is kind of the market, and it takes summer off, obviously, because of the hot weather, like I said. Okay, so let's jump into all the finds that you guys did not see. So I picked up a lot of heavy stuff on this trip, and that was so dumb. I don't know what got into me, but I did. I always do this. I always get excited about something like this amazing, super heavy, solid brass box. I mean, it's just awesome. So good. It has a duck on the top. It has this awesome hook. I'm assuming maybe it hung from something at some point. I don't know what the history of this is, but it is really good and probably weighs 5 to 8 pounds. It is really heavy. So I couldn't say no to this. I think it was only $10, which is what kind of tipped me over to buying it. Oh yeah, and there's like cool people on the outside. So yeah, a really cool piece, but heavy. So very heavy. I should not have picked it up at all. I also got a bunch of books. Who buys books on vacation when they need to bring it back in their suitcase? Only a dum-dum like me would buy books. But when you find really good books on modern art that were super cheap, you know, I just don't get them here cheap. I can never find them. If they're on an estate sale, usually they're priced up a ton, like almost retail. And so I was just like, oh my God, books, I need these, not thinking again, there goes like 5 to 10 pounds of space in my bag. So anyways, please don't buy books on vacation. I'm just letting you know. And then also this one about an abacus that came with this abacus purchase. And she's like, oh, you want to take the book? It goes with it. And I'm like, yeah. And then I realized after the fact, I didn't need another book. So anyways, yeah, not sure what got into me with the heavy stuff right out of the gate. But whoever buys this, and I have a feeling I know who will buy this because I have a buyer who collects these, it will come with a book on an abacus. So it's kind of like a fun little thing to have as a bundle, but I still am like, why did I do that? Because when I brought my luggage to the airport, I had to do so much rearranging to make sure I didn't have to pay for extra space in the bag. So that, you know, that just can happen. But it was largely because of my books that I decided to bring home. So the booth that had that really heavy brass duck box also had this awesome bullet-shaped pedestal bowl. It's carved wood. Fell in love with this. They had actually really good pricing on all their stuff. I thought this was awesome. Now this is definitely more global, but when you're in Palm Springs, like these types of shapes and cutouts are kind of everywhere because they do a really good job of taking something that's ugly like cement and breeze blocks and putting them in an amazing shape. Like you'll see very fancy shapes of breeze blocks and cement work all over that town. And it's just really fun to see. And so there's definitely like parts of this that remind me of Palm Springs, even though it's definitely like culturally removed. But I thought it was a really great piece. I just love the shape of it. I thought it was awesome. This will be available on Etsy, even though I want to keep it because it's so cool. And then the brass box that I showed you with the duck on it, that's going to be available on Etsy. A lot of this stuff actually is going to be available on Etsy. I'll show you the pieces that I'm keeping, but there's a large amount that's going to be available for you guys. Speaking of wooden, cool, lidded boxes, I mean, look at the way the woodwork was done. It is so neat, and it has this handle. Like, why? And so here's a little bit more info inside. Oh, God, it's swinging around. I got to tighten that screw. Info inside about the piece. Everyone in our group was like, that looks like one of those things from curling. Like, and it does. It totally does look like one of those things that you curl with up in Canada, that sport of curling. It does kind of remind you of that, or an iron, I guess. But I just thought it was awesome. This box, another piece I would love to keep. And when I saw it, I was like, whoa, I have never seen a box like this before. This is absolutely coming home. So one of my favorite things I picked up at the market, and I haven't decided if I want to keep it or not because technically it comes in pairs, is this adorable wooden cheese with the brass mouse with the tail. I fell in love with this because it is just the cutest idea ever. So cute. I don't know if one needs 2 bookends like this because I feel like that's a lot of cheese and a lot of, mice to have on a bookshelf. I think 1 is enough, but technically they do, I think, come in pairs. And I haven't decided if I want to keep it because it's so whimsical and cute. I think I paid $25 for it, which I thought was a really great deal. It's in great shape. I was so terrified that this little tail was going to break off because these are the types of things that when you're bringing stuff home that can easily break based on pressure. And so I definitely padded around it to make sure that there was no give inward. And then I packed this on my carry-on rather than put it in my check bag. But this is so cute. And I really want to keep it, but I probably will make it available. I haven't decided. I still got to sleep on it. It's so hard. And I have not showed this to my son. And I have a feeling he's going to be like, that's going in my room on my bookcase. So I saw a lot of really good pottery, most of which was outside my budget because Palm Springs mid-century pottery is some of the best in the world. It's a lot of it's designer. Anytime I can find any pottery that's within my budget, I pick it up. And this piece I thought was great because the shape is so interesting. The color is this beautiful like peacock blue. And then it has these cute little circular feet. I thought it was great. I really loved it. I mean, this can be a catch-all in your entryway. I feel like this could be a very fancy soap dish in your guest bathroom. I just thought it was a really cool piece. This will be available. Again, something I want to keep. You're going to hear me say that like a billion times, but I thought this was definitely worth picking up. Oh, and I forgot to show you on the bottom as all this interesting like pattern and texture, which I thought was really cool. So this was a really great piece. And I think this might have been one of the only pottery pieces that I actually ended up finding. The other girls got some stuff. Taylor got a very cool ceramic trash can actually that was made out of clay. Like, like the Oscar the Grouch trash can, the silver one with the handle. Like she actually got one of those, which I just am so excited for. We were afraid she wasn't going to be able to get it on the plane, but we ended up giving it to someone who was coming up to Palm Springs, so they were able to bring it up for her. So I don't know if she's gotten it yet, but that's one thing nice about being well connected in the community, the reselling community in the area, is you can kind of network with people and know if they're coming up with stuff, because there's a lot of people that live in Portland that also go down to Palm Springs for the warmer weather in the winter. And so if they're dealers, they usually thrift the whole time and then bring it back up. So that's what we got to take advantage of. So anyways, moving on to some more pieces for you guys. So you guys know I'm looking for glass. And I did find a glass bird because the last glass bird sold really quickly. And this one I thought was really pretty. And it does have the date on the bottom. You probably will not be able to see it, but I was really excited about that. So to bring like a glass piece home for you guys. I did bring home one other piece of glass that I immediately took to my vintage booth. It is so thin. It's actually a vase. It's so thin. It's almost as if it's like a Christmas ornament thin. And there's just no way it would survive being shipped, I feel like. It's like too risky to me. So I just put it to the booth so whoever buys it can they can assume the risk of it and the liability as soon as they purchase it. I don't want it to break in transit. I still can't believe I even brought it home and it didn't break. I did get some art pieces. This one is probably my favorite, and you guys will probably be surprised because it's a brown cat, and I don't have a cat. And I don't like brown, but the eyes on this, I couldn't leave it behind. And the woman had it discounted, and then it was discounted again. And apparently it is a known artist. And when I brought it up to her, I'm like, okay, I think I'm going to get this. She then talked herself down pricing wise 2 more times. I love people like that. When you go up to buy something at the price that is advertised at, and they're like, okay, no, it's this. Actually, no, I think I told someone else this. No, I think it was this. And then it just kept going down. And I was just thinking to myself, are you going to make any money today? Because you're being awfully generous with talking yourself down on the pricing. So I thought that was really funny, but this will be available, and I know it's going to be a hot ticket because anytime I have cat art, original cat art, people lose it because everyone wants to see their pet as a painted portrait, and to get something commissioned is ridiculously expensive. But so if you can find someone else's pet that looks like yours, then it's worth picking it up, especially since it'll be more reasonable. I got this at one of the thrift stores, which I thought was lovely. It was only $10. I don't like the black frame on it, so I probably will take it out of the frame. It's not particularly old. It's from
12, and it's called Coming Out, which I thought was appropriate for Palm Springs. And I just thought it was really, really pretty. So my friend Heather, she was like, oh, because she loves colorful modern art like I do. So I beat her to this. This I'm probably going to keep and just reframe because I have a lot of colorful art, and this will look really good not in this space, but in the rest of my house. One piece that will be also coming to you guys, which thank you Heather again for letting me buy it, and she did not grab it herself, is this really pretty floral. That was only $4. And this store had a lot of expensive pricing, but this, of all things, they priced at $4. I don't know the reasoning. This is why it always makes sense to comb through places, even if you see certain pieces right away out of the gate when you enter the store that seem expensive. There's always usually something in there that you can find that they have undervalued. And this is that piece. Now, I don't love the black frame, and so I'm debating on whether I just sell it like this or if I do a little DIY on this frame and actually use some of that rub and buff or gold paint and turn it gold again, because I think that would look really, really good. But yeah, kind of bummed that it's like so shellacked black, especially since I feel like this doesn't lend itself to such a black frame. I also am tempted to put it on my wall of small floral art too. Another thing I'm so tempted to keep, but I'm in the business of selling things, as I always say on every single video and remind myself in a mantra in the morning. You sell things. You are not allowed to keep all the good things. But something I am going to keep for myself, and this was like just the icing on the cake for this trip for me, is this amazing needlepoint that's made after like a famous work of art. And I love when people take works of art and then they put them into a needlepoint form. I paid up for this. It was $125. The vendors I bought this from, I'll put their information on the screen. They were lovely, and we chatted, and it was really great, and I was so excited to buy this from them. And as I was walking around the market, people were like, oh my gosh, I was looking at that too, you got it. And I had a guy that he wanted to buy it from me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, dude, but he's like, are you gonna flip it? And I'm like, no. Why would you even ask that? Of course, he probably, by the contents of my bag, knew that I was a dealer. But I was like, no, this is for me. So I can't wait to frame this. I'm going to frame this in like a, contemporary like square frame and figure out where to put this. I thought about replacing something in the wall and there we go. I'm putting it somewhere in here. Although this part is really, really salmony, and this is definitely more pinks. So I don't know. I mean, I have a million places downstairs in the rest of my house where this could totally shine. So I got to find a good spot because I want to look at it every single day. So that's how much I love it. So I paid up for it. It was a gift to myself because, anytime I'm out working while going, flea marketing and thrifting, I am working on two fronts, content-wise and sourcing for resale. I always feel like I deserve a present for all that hard work. And this was my present to myself for my trip because I absolutely adored it. Okay, so we're just gonna rapid fire through the rest of the stuff because I have a feeling when I'm cutting this video, because I have not cut it yet, that it's going to be really long because I had a lot of footage. I got this amazing copper handmade bowl. I just loved how it has some of the green here and it's on a pedestal. It just was really pretty. Paid up for it. I think it was like $30, but I was really excited to find it. Pieces like this are they're just so ornate and interesting that I think they're worth paying up for. Again, this guy also I paid up for. Oh, it has the tag thing still on it. I thought she was beautiful. And bus, while a very slow seller, I will be real with you, bus, they take a while to sell. They do usually sell, and they can sell for a lot, especially if they have like signatures and stuff on them. And I love this like little petite size because I think everyone always has a place for something like this. Sometimes bust can feel a little too regal, too luxe, too extra. And I feel like pieces like this that are smaller don't scream like I'm trying to be old world, but I live in suburbia. I don't know. I feel like this is a little bit more manageable and doesn't look so out of place in the home. So I thought this was a very cool piece. I picked it up, and then I got a bunch of bells because anytime I can find them out, I always pick them up because I have a few different bell collectors, and anytime I can find interesting shapes like those ones, I tend to grab them. I also got a bunch of brass owls that I'm going to get listed. Oh, and then the last two things I'm going to show you guys are, sorry, that was loud, are candle holders. So I got this one and I didn't realize how valuable it was until I did a Google Lens on it. And these actually can go for a lot. So I was really excited to find this. It's like a boat actually. And that was a very fun stop for all of us. I did not get the art piece that I was really hoping for. That was not priced. They never called me back. But then after I bought like that needlepoint piece, I was like, do I really need to spend more money? Because I had a feeling it was going to be expensive. I'm like, I probably shouldn't. It's probably for the best, I guess. And then I also got these one of the days, and I think I showed you guys these on footage. They're that Italian metalwork. They always have a buyer. They're collectible. I always pick them up. This type was really great because it's a bit different in terms of the finish because it has the gold, but also has like this reddish brown color, which I don't see very often with it. And so I always like finding new versions of things that I feel like I've seen a lot of. And then I'm like reminded like, no, you have not seen every iteration of this stuff, because people have made so many versions of things. And I'm amazed after all these years that I can still be surprised by certain things. Like Tonala is one of the things I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know they made another animal out of that, and brass and all sorts of pieces that you're just like, oh wow, I thought I saw all of you. And apparently I haven't. So I was excited. I could still get to be surprised after all these years. So anyways, that is the haul of stuff I wanted to show you. I got a few more things. They went straight to my booth. Anything that's going to be listed for you guys on Etsy is always linked down below. And if you don't see it, you can send me an email. And it may just be that I did not get it up, although I will try very hard to get everything that I just showed you guys up, along with some things that you did not see, because I have a feeling there's something somewhere that I did not show you, which happens almost every video, that I'm just like, oh, geez, like I should have shown them that. So anyways, yeah, so there might be more surprises. I'm definitely trying to get through a lot of stuff right now because you guys know I'm doing a market coming up. And so I am overhauling and going through every single thing I have in the studio space, my garage, my home, my booth, everything. Just keep checking Etsy or get those alerts of when anytime someone lists something, because I have a lot that is going to be listed and I'm going to be cycling through over the next like several weeks. So, which is exciting. I'm so excited to get some of the stuff that I haven't been able to out to you guys. Future Andi here. So I wanted to let you guys know, originally Laura, Taylor, and I were going to release our videos on the same day. But as you guys can imagine, coordinating content calendars with all the different people is really hard. And so my video is dropping first, and then Laura and Taylor will follow. So you'll see those videos when they come up. I just want to let you guys know that there's more good Palm Springs footage coming your way in the next few weeks. So keep an eye out. Now, if you have any questions about thrifting in Palm Springs or restaurant recommendations or just anything Palm Springs related, just shoot me an email or comment below and I'm happy to answer it. I've gone to Palm Springs a lot. I used to go for a women creative entrepreneurs conference. I've spoken at it. I've been an attendee at that for years. And so I know Palm Springs fairly well. And then the rest of us have been there quite a bit too. So any questions about Palm Springs, let me know. And then if you are planning a trip, you know, if you can, time it for the weekend of the market because you won't regret it because it was so good. And I just know I'm probably going to be going to the market in fall. Probably when the weather turns, I'm going to be heading down and shopping that market again. So that is all I have to share with you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Take care.